What's up, guys? My name is Parker. I'm from the Upper Hand. I want to jump on real quick tonight. I was watching Thursday night football, Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. If you're watching that game, you probably noticed Russell Wilson, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, suffered a pretty gruesome finger injury. I wanted to jump on and show you that and kind of what to expect moving forward. All right, so let's jump right into the play and let's go ahead and look at it. So, 2nd and 14. Russell Wilson drop back to pass, gets hit as he throws, overthrew his receiver. You don't really know anything's going on until it pans back to him, but you can obviously see that his right middle finger is kind of drooping. You can hear the announcers talking about his finger looks to be dislocated. But you can't fault the announcer for thinking that, but actually what you're seeing is called mallet finger. So this happens a ton with football players, basketball players, baseball players, any sport really that has a ball involved or that there is any kind of contact involved. What happens is there's a direct force or impact to the tip of someone's finger, and it basically hyperflex it so much and so fast that it tears the extensor tendon, more specifically the terminal tendon, off of the bone at the tip of the finger called the distal phalanx. When that happens, there's no longer anything that crosses this joint that can extend the tip of the finger. So what you will present like is a flex posture like this, because if we know our anatomy, on this side of the hand, the palm side of the hand, you have one tendon that crosses this last joint here, and it's called the flexor digitorum profundus. Its function is to bend the finger. And then you've got the extensor tendon or the terminal tendon that crosses the joint here at the DIP joint, and its function is to extend the finger. Well, when you no longer have one of those tendons, there's nothing opposing the flexor force now. So it's just sitting in this position, and he has no way of extending that finger anymore. So that's why in the video you see it postured like this right here. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at a few different angles that they show here, and then eventually we'll talk about prognosis and what he's going to have to do from here. Is he going to have surgery? Is he going to be able to play without it being surgically repaired? So let's go ahead and look at a few different replays here. So immediately, look at that bent posture right there of that middle finger. No chance he can straighten it up. Again, that tendon's gone, so there's nothing that can straighten it up. He has no way to do that. Again, you hear those announcers talking about a dislocation. That's, again, you don't expect somebody that is not in the medical field to know that that's not really a dislocation. It's actually a tendon injury. So, again, that's called mallet finger. Pretty common. Here you go. Aaron Donald. So, basically, Russell Wilson's finger hit Aaron Donald's forearm, and that caused that tendon to immediately snap away from that bone, causing a mallet finger. So pretty bad injury, especially to have if you're a quarterback, especially if it's on your throwing hand. Then the question is going to be after the game, what do you do from here? At some point it's got to be fixed, and there's a few different ways we do that. With most of our patients, we just splint them for 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, and we keep them in a hyperextended or extended posture, meaning that splint, they can't take it off for a full 6 weeks. That's typical, and most people do fine with that, and they don't have to have surgery. But we're talking about a Pro Bowl quarterback here in Russell Wilson. He's going to want to do everything possible, and his team is going to want to do everything possible to get him back on the field as quickly as possible. So there are a few other options. You can fix it surgically, and how they would do that would be stick a pin through that joint to keep it immobilized. Could he play with that? Yes, potentially. He could. It would be a little more awkward because, again, if that joint is completely immobilized, he's not going to be able to grip around the ball like he probably normally would. So, again, yes, you could potentially pin it and then play a week or so later after the swelling and everything goes down. But I just don't see how he could play at the high level that he needs to keep moving forward. So he's not out for the season. This is probably going to be a 6 to 8 week type of injury, surgery, and recovery, all of that. I have a feeling he'll be back on the field within 8 weeks or so, but there's really no way for that tendon to heal itself any quicker than that typical 6 to 8 week window. All right, guys, thank you for joining in. Hope you learned something. Share this video with a friend, especially all you Seahawks fans out there. Sorry about your quarterback's injury. Maybe he'll get back out there soon. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.